Hello, my name is Nicholas Parks, and I have been given the honor, the privilege of hosting a workshop at AppSecUSA 2015 in that sunny coastal city of San Francisco. Titled the workshop, Simple End-to-End App Security with AWS. Well, what will we be doing in this workshop? We're going to be doing a lot. Workshop is a condensed form of a 3-day version. So it's going to be action-packed. Part 1, we're going to be building, but don't worry, we'll be using CloudFormation to speed up some of the stuff we're going to build. Because we're going to be creating a heterogeneous application hosting environment in AWS. We'll be leveraging Route 53 private hosted zones, IAM, the newly announced API gateway, and various other AWS services. Of course, EC2, RDS, S3, those basics always. And Lambda. Now, since we're building an application hosting environment, of course, we'll be using VPCs. Multiple VPCs. We'll be doing peering. We'll be creating a DMZ, an app network, and a management fabric. Part 2, deploying. Hey, we just created an application hosting environment. Let's put some applications in there. We'll be deploying 3 types. A legacy vertically integrated application. Maybe it was a soft appliance in its previous life. Other type, a store microservices type application. You know, it has a REST interface, and may also have store SOAP interface, has a user experience, it's spread across different nodes and different subnets. And finally, a cloud native application. And in AWS land, this application will be using Lambda a lot. How do you take care of these 3 types of applications in the same environment? What are the different security concerns you may have? What does my offset look like? And why are we doing this? Because a lot of you may be from enterprises that have various different types of applications of various heritages, different states in their life cycle. You gotta be able to protect and defend those together with less hassle. This bottom up and top down investigation started from the bottom. Do the routing rules not protect the management fabric? Do we have management and control applications exposed from the DMZ or the application network? Hey, is the application network even configured correctly? Are we allowing traffic to move around that shouldn't be able to move around? I thought we have these route tables and network ACLs and security groups. What's the combination that helps us? Can we be overzealous and dependent on one and forget that we get extra from another? Is there a combination that we can use? And is there a combination that leaves us vulnerable? That's a good question. Let's go try to find that out in this lab. Do we need a bucket policy? Yeah, we need bucket policies. So what kind of policies do we need? And finally, with a great segue into the application architecture, we have code running that use AWS services. They need to have authentication to those services. Are we using IAM roles? Those IAM roles give too much power. Application architecture, we decided to replicate login sessions across regions. Are we using DynamoDB for that? Don't know, you'll find out. But did we forget to do something when we set that up? Hey, look at this legacy application. Can we use OAuth CSFR guard? The cross-site forgery guard? Maybe. Common question, how hard is it to get an application to use that? We'll investigate that some and maybe deploy a new version. Did we propagate security tokens correctly? Did we convert a token from OpenID to SAML? Are we doing it at boundaries within the various network fabric? Well, we have arrived at the last part of the workshop. We're at the end. But it's probably the most important part is, you know, we've done all these good things, but operationally, what type of security are we doing? What's this OPSEC? Couple of quick points here. Believe it or not, a security organization with inside enterprise or a consultant can enjoy the engineering organization's security needs with low resistance. We'll talk about that. Finally, you have web application firewall. You have some kind of logging and censoring mechanism, so you delivered protection, detection, and response. What does that look like? We'll talk about how that looks like based on what we've built today. And since I may have had the burden or benefit of having to deal with some attestation events. We'll talk about what did we do that makes our FSMA, HIPAA, or ISO lives easier. By the end of this workshop, if you're a developer, you've learned probably about a service or a capability that you can now go, oh, I can leverage that to where I'm not creating code or opportunities for defects and security vulnerabilities. As infrastructure engineers, you may have learned how to make your life easier, how to make developers' lives easier, and of course the security professionals' lives easier. These professionals will now be able to perform cross-cutting analysis and provide meaningful insight to their customers or enterprises. So join me in SFO. Hope to see you there.